Russ, you did a wonderful job as always. I'm always very excited to see you improving and becoming a better and better speaker. I believe that your speech in 2 weeks from now is going to go awesome. I liked how you opened up, got our interest in the beginning. You usually do stuff like that to catch our attention. I don't know if you planned it on purpose, but it's definitely there and it works. And in my own mind, I can kind of have the feeling of what it's like to go off and work on your own and risk a lot of money, knowing that if you don't succeed, you're not in that 10%, that you're going to basically throw away that huge opportunity cost, that thing that you could have been using that time to make money instead of spending money. So there's definitely a very real consequence there. We all know the benefit. We always focus on the benefit but not enough on the consequence. And that's when we run off and do business in the first place. And I like how you tried to give us hope, where you said, you know what, there is a way that you can do this. You're not going to succeed if you try to make a business plan and go off and produce this. And it's funny because this is exactly what we were talking about, or Roger was talking about when he answered a lady's question this morning in the speech at Verizon. He was mentioning about how
they called me this morning. I gave him that idea.
Yeah, in the old days, we would get the document requirements, and then they would go out and build it, whether or not it made sense to. By the end of it, you had it. Whether it was useful or not, doesn't really matter to the people that built it. They got their money and they were happy. But now, no, we're trying to do more of a Scrum method where you just stop, change things up, see if the milestone's being met. Does it even make sense to do this anymore? Let's sprint in a different direction now. Sprint in this direction. And that OODA loop sounds right on. It sounds right up the alley of what is in the mainstream thought these days in terms of how to handle such a fast-paced, changing environment. You're right. I mean, there's speed chess. You mentioned life's not kind of like a game of chess anymore, but if you ever watch speed chess, those suckers slap that thing and keep playing. It can be a very quick game, so I don't know if I agree with that analogy. But I guess the old-fashioned slow thinking pose where you sit there and finally move something over after 10 minutes of careful thought. Yeah, that analogy goes well. Those days are gone. I'm on speed chess now. I'm very scientific myself. I love the sleep number beds because I can fine-tune them. You kind of strike me as the kind of guy to have a sleep number bed. You like to go and make things very scientific and measure things, and you're into books about measurements. You probably measure the mattress in that book. Find the perfect hardness and the perfect softness. I like how you brought in Mike Tyson's quote. I actually saw him live recently, I guess it was Clearwater Beach, and he's a really interesting guy to listen to. It really opens up, tells it like it is, and that point is where everyone has a plan before they get in the ring and it goes out the window. That strikes a chord with me. So good job, man. And you really set up for Dr. Jim well.
Kind of the other order, like.